Hey, it's me, Heidi Papoff. My internet better freaking work. It just told me immediately low network. I don't know what the heck's going on in my house. But anyway, it's me. I'm here. I'm live. I'm coming to you from Eugene, Oregon, and I am going to make myself a cup of coffee and have a little chat with you. So I actually already boiled my water, so that's all ready to go. But I wanted to, hi Heather, thanks for joining. I wanted to come on here and talk about my favorite coffee, why I love it, but I wanted to kind of dig into something a little bit. You love my hair, thank you. I actually have this, it's called the Wave Artist, and I had used it a couple of times and it was hit and miss. Like sometimes it looked good, other times it just made me look crazy. And I watched a tutorial this morning on somebody doing it and she showed me how to do it right. And I was like, oh, I'm not gonna throw that thing away. I'm gonna try again. And look, I actually think it looks cute. Thank you. So yes, I have my favorite coffee. It's my Smart Sexy Brew. I drink it almost every single day. And I've talked about it lots of times on here, and I, have talked about how it's so great because it has collagen in it, it has grass-fed butter in it, it has MCT oil, it has its Tetra blend, and then I realized I barely even know what MCT oil is. So how do I expect you watching or, seeing my stories or whatever else to also know what MCT oil is and why you should even care or want to consume it? It's like one of those buzzwords that you just hear and you're like, oh cool, MCT oil, but what is it actually and what does it do? So I actually looked it up and it was good for me too because I realized what all it is good for, where you get it, where it comes from, all of that. So I'm not going to go into like a big explanation, but I do have 7 really cool benefits of MCT oil. And while I'm talking, I'm going to make myself a cup of this coffee, which is really easy. I mean, and anybody who's can pour hot water in a cup and mix can make it. And so I do this, like I said, almost every morning. I drink regular coffee sometimes too, but this stuff helps elevate my mood. It makes my skin glow. And I found out it can actually help me shrink fat cells. Yes, I did not know that. So we have our liquid gold, which sometimes we add into this coffee. Hi, David Bujanos. And of course, we already know that can, be a little waist trimmer. And the reason why is because it has CLA in it, which is short for conjugated linoleic acid. And what I found out is that grass-fed butter also has CLA in it. And that is one of the ingredients in the special creamer for my coffee. These two are sold together. So really exciting. It's like making a bulletproof coffee at home. It tastes delicious. Like I said, so many benefits that I'm going to briefly get into, or at least really quickly try to get into for you. So I just opened this really quick, just pull off the top, put it in my coffee cup, and I'm going to show you this cute coffee cup. My friend Jillian got this for me. It was a birthday present. So it's my favorite one. It has a gold handle and it makes me just feel, girly and special in the morning when I use it. And then I'm gonna put in 1 scoop of this creamer. So while I do this, guys, I'm gonna talk really quickly about the 7 unknown to me, maybe to you too, benefits of MCT oil. So these are science-based benefits. This is not just made up. MCT stands for medium chain triglycerides. So medium chain actually makes it easier to digest. So long chain fats are harder to digest. That's like olive oil, avocados. They're still good for you. It's still healthy, but these are easier to digest. And it's usually extracted from coconut oil. It can promote weight loss. It is an instant source of energy and fuels your brain. It may reduce lactate buildup in athletes and helps your body use fat for energy. Who doesn't want that? It could help manage epilepsy, Alzheimer's disease, and autism. So that's pretty amazing. And I was kind of looking into each one of those things. It's different for each one. I mean, it's not like those are all lumped into the same category, and so MCT oil helps all of them for the exact same reason. It is different for all of them. So it's really, what's the word? Diverse. It's a really diverse fat. And it contains powerful fatty acids that fight yeast and bacterial overgrowth. I know I don't want more yeast or bacteria up in here. It may reduce risk factors for heart disease, such as weight and cholesterol. And it may help control blood sugar levels and support diabetes management. So those are all really good reasons to consume MCT oil. If you take, like 2 spoons of MCT oil in the morning, it can help keep your appetite lower throughout the entire day. It has shown that people who do that eat less for lunch. I'm never a proponent of not eating or starving yourself, but if you can just reduce your appetite and keep your food choices healthy, that's definitely a benefit. Okay, so I have my coffee and my creamer in here. So like I said, the coffee itself has collagen in it and it has MCT oil in it. The creamer has collagen, MCT oil, and grass-fed butter. Because of that, you can actually use this creamer as a sprinkle on popcorn, and it makes it taste like kettle corn. It's a wonder. Okay, so you might notice that this is real chunky in here like this. That's because if you just put the creamer, oh my gosh, I'm gonna make a mess again. I meant to only fill the liquid a little bit, because usually when I do this, it like sprays out everywhere. I just have to be really careful. If you just add it to this and then just try to stir it, it would clump up and get chunky. So what I often do is I put the creamer in, I put the coffee in, and I put a little bit of cold water, mix it up until it's smooth, then add the hot water. But I wanted to show you how if you use this little whizzer and do that, it will get rid of the clumps right away. Okay, I think we're in luck because it's not spraying all over the counter like it has in the past. And it doesn't really take very long to do this. Some people might be watching this being like, oh my gosh, this is high maintenance. But I make regular coffee in the morning too, and that takes longer than this does. That's because I like to make it the old school way, where I get a jar. Well, full disclosure, I got rid of my coffee pot years ago, and I just have an espresso machine. And that is high maintenance, making that every morning. So I have a mason jar, and I'll show you. I have a mason jar and this thing, and I just put a filter in here, I put the coffee in, and then I pour hot water, and I have to do that like 3 times and wait for it, which I kind of like. I like having that little ritual in the morning. It's like dark and cold out, and I'm in here in my kitchen making my coffee, and it smells good. But this is faster than that. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to talk about really quick while I have you on here for my coffee talk is my new favorite instant energy booster for afternoon. So I've never used 5-Hour Energy or any of those things that you can buy at a gas station. I've just always associated them with being really unhealthy, like cracked out energy, and it's not anything that I'm interested in. So it's never been my thing. But I did recently just try the energy shot from my Clean Living company, which this coffee is obviously from them too. And this is healthy energy in a convenient sized, 3 ounces. You can drink the whole thing. It tastes like acai berry. That's one of the ingredients. It's acai, which is an amazing antioxidant. And then it has other juices in it. It has 100 milligrams of caffeine. Sweetened. I don't see any added sweetener in here. So I believe it's just sweetened with the juice. So it does have 70 calories, but that's not much. And I would rather have 70 calories than artificial sweetener. So anyway, I've been drinking this. I took one the other day in the afternoon when I had an evening meeting to go to. And typically by 6, I'm like, don't really want to leave the house. Let me put on my pajamas. I don't want to go anywhere. But I took this shot, earlier in the late afternoon, and I felt great all through the evening. I didn't feel tired. I wasn't like waiting for the meeting to be over. I was attentive. I had mental clarity, and I realized, hello, it was this, and it works like magic. Okay, so I have my coffee now. I'm going to add a little bit actually of my own creamer. This is my organic lactose-free creamer. I'm not usually a big proponent of dairy, but this grass-fed butter, like I said, has CLA in it. CLA shrinks your fat cells and inhibits fat storage. So there's a reason to consume it. And then collagen, which is also in this coffee, is good for your skin, your hair, your nails, your organs, your muscles, your eyes, your ligaments, your bones. Probably the list goes on, but that's just as much as I wrote. So this coffee is way smarter than your average coffee. Here are some of the benefits: mood, focus, memory, healthy brain aging. Like I said, it tastes delicious. It's got the richness of the MCT oil, the collagen, the grass-fed butter makes it really delicious in my opinion. And it makes you feel good, and it has brain benefits and all of the things I listed earlier. So if you're not familiar with CLA, I actually did a video on it a while back, and I went into lots of detail about all the benefits. It does more for you than just shrink your fat cells and inhibit fat storage. It actually does tons of awesome things that I never would have guessed. So that is what I wanted to tell you today. I wanted to give a little bit more clarity on MCT oil, why it's awesome, why you should be consuming it, whether in your coffee or any other way. And if you have any questions, let me know, send me a message, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.